Hello, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new. Guess what?
What? Tell me.
It's time for some pink zebra. I know that y'all love some pink zebra along with Mary Kay. Those seem to be the two topics that I cover that y'all like the most. So I was able to find a training on the YouTubes that is teaching us how to sponsor within pink zebra. It's gonna be so fucking amazing. We're gonna get right the fuck into it. But first, we need the disclaimer.
All right, I think I'm live.
Yeah, you're good.
Sorry guys for the technical difficulties. Yeah, that was fun. I was trying to do the video on one platform. It wasn't working, so I had to come over here. Woo! All right, so welcome. I'm gonna turn my lights. It's dark in here. Come on.
We are professionals. Now, this is a great example of what you need to join an MLM. All you need is the money that it takes to join the MLM. You don't need any kind of experience or training in giving a live training to other people while you pretend you're in a leadership role. Sorry, not sorry. The truth hurts.
So welcome everybody to tonight's training, our Monday night training. It looks like we are going to be trying to just do one Monday a month on training. I look like crap. Wow. Side note on why I look crap is because, okay, good, Lindsay's there. Miranda was outside enjoying her pool. I told her I was not going to swim, and she squirted me, but then it started pouring down rain, so my hair is a mess. My makeup is not even there anymore. So sorry you guys get hot mess Danielle.
Again, you know, the professionalism is just oozing from this training call already.
Perfect. So Lindsay's here, so I do know people are here. That's great. Hey guys, alrighty. So tonight we're going to talk about a little bit about this light. There we go. Okay.
What the f just happened?
Anyway, so tonight we are going to talk about two different things, like two things, but they're tied together. So sponsoring an executive consultant. And I'm not going to really dig into how to sponsor because one, there are 1,000 trainings out there. We have trainings in our Zebra net. You can Google different things along those lines. But also about why it's important to do these ECs. And I'm pretty sure I've had trainings on here before too. Too low FPS. The current frame rate is too low. Please enter the frames rate. I don't know.
What am I watching?
Oh, I bought this light real quick. So, hi guys. Look at this. It is super cute. I just bought it on Amazon. It clips, so I can clip it on my phone or I can clip it on there. And it does have a little charger port right there. But there's three sets. There's a little button and there's three settings. My sister got me this big, huge one, but like it's either too short for me to stand when it's upright, or if I put it down low, it's too tall for me to sit on my desk. So I got this one to see if it works, but I don't know. Anyways,
Anyways, I'm going to continue to disrespect the fuck out of your time. It has been almost 3 minutes of this call and she has done nothing but not be professional. What is life anymore?
I will send the link later. Yes, I'll actually post it on the team page. That way everybody has it. So anyways, I'm dismissing this darn thing. So we're going to talk about sponsoring and executive consultants because honestly, executive consultants are the backbone of our business. And that is that's so big. We really need to focus on building those executive consultants. And I don't care if you are a manager, a senior manager, an executive manager, or a director on our team, because we have one of each, or at least, well, not one of each, more than one of most of those. It doesn't matter. Building executive consultants are a backbone of your business. So let's start with the sponsoring side of things. So back in the day, someone told me, and I thought it was funny, and it was like a joke, and I kind of like rolled my eyes, and I'm sure you probably will too. But basically, if you're not sharing the opportunity for sponsoring, you're being selfish. You are being selfish for not sharing. Okay?
No, you're not. You're being an amazing human for not bothering people with this bullshit pyramid scheme, in my opinion. Don't let people lie to you when you're in an MLM if you ever find yourself falling into an MLM. Not sharing the opportunity is not selfish, okay? Sharing the opportunity with anybody and everybody is in fact selfish, because not every quote unquote business opportunity is for everybody. And if these individuals were in legitimate businesses and were actual business owners, they would know that this business opportunity is in fact not for everybody, and you don't need to bring it up at every dinner table, at every coffee date, at every play date, at everything you ever go to, okay? Okay.
Sharing is caring, guys. Sharing is caring. So the biggest thing I want to come up here and tell you is that you need to share this opportunity with people. If you want to have one person join your team or 500 people join this team, you need to sponsor and you need to share. So I want everyone in the comments who's watching this live, or if you're coming back on the replay, make sure you do hashtag replay. But if you're watching this, comment, share, hashtag sharing is caring. Sharing is caring.
I'm not a preschooler.
And I want you to keep embedding that in your head. Now, I know half of you guys are moms or parents or aunts or whatever it is. And I know there is a good chance that you utilize that phrase of your kids, right? You told your kids, sharing is caring, sharing is caring, right? You've all said that to your kids. I know that for a fact. So if you've said that to your kids, wow, look at all your sharing and caring. If you said that to a kid, or you said, heck, even if you said that to like your best friend who you're mad at because they didn't like want to share gossip with you, right? We've all had that, right? Secrets are no fun unless they're shared with everyone. Oh my gosh, I can come up with all these things. I'm pulling my hair up because this hair is disgusting to me, guys. I'm so sorry.
Where the actual are we going on this plane? Okay, where are we going?
All shared, wanted people to share something with you, right? So why are we not sharing this opportunity with everyone we meet? You're like, that's a lot of people and that's really freaking scary, right? Okay, right. It is a lot of people. It is really effing scary. I am scared to do that, even myself. But there are people out there who you can share this opportunity with, who you need to share this opportunity with. You're not doing people services by not giving them this opportunity. You never know who might need that little bit of extra money. So, yeah, I like that. If it's helping you, it can help them too. Exactly. So in your thought process, I want everyone to write these down. And then I'm going to want you to start working on lists for this. So share whose life can change.
Well, there we are at the part where we have to write shit down that probably never needed to be written down in the first place.
So sorry for wasting all of your ink.
With extra money. Okay. Who do you see out there who sometimes complains about, oh, we're all complaining about the price of gas right now, I feel like. So I can't even use that. Who's out there sometimes complaining like, oh, I really wish I could take all my kids on this vacation. See all my friends going, really sad I'm not taking them on vacation, or sad I can't take my kids to the zoo all the time, or like, you know, there are people out there who have mentioned it on Facebook, who mentioned to you in conversation, different things along those lines, who randomly say something, who could use some extra money. Heck, even if they're not posting like, I could use some extra money, basically, almost everyone can use some extra money, right? I mean, I'm pretty sure no one on our team is a millionaire. And if you are, why are we not best friends?
Oh my God, Miss Lady Ma'am. You just proved my point. You're in this for the money. You're looking for a millionaire to be best friends with so you can take advantage of the fact that they have a lot of money. Holy shit, ma'am. Things are going well for me and her so far. I lost my train of thought. The train has left the station. My God, you guys, I am so sorry that you are on this ride with me. Here we go. Okay, we're back.
How many of you guys are going to tell me why you're not my best friend? All you millionaires? If you're a millionaire out there, then you don't need this training. You don't care if anyone gets extra money or anything like that, right? No. But you do need to, If you have a friend that's a millionaire, might. Again, can I be best friends with them?
Please stop. Please stop.
But there's not that many out there that we know of right away, right?
Why don't you just ask them all for money? Holy shit. You've gone down the wrong avenue for training on how to sponsor.
But we know a lot of people are making some pretty decent money with Pink Zebra, right? Who are pulling in $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000. I think Sandy sometimes pulls in like what? Isn't it like $40,000 a month? She's probably a millionaire, right?
Income claims, just saying, ma'am. But, you know, here we are in a leadership role, not knowing that you can't make income claims. Again, a great example of what you need to be qualified as a leader in an MLM. Don't let that title fool you when you see it on somebody's social media profile. It's horse shit.
But when she joined, she didn't join with anything. Like, even millionaires need more friends, right? She had to ask her husband to pay for her kit when she joined. So Lindsay, you're jumping out of my training. No, anyways. So I'm going to have you write some lists, right? And this is going to be your assignments and your homework and everything like that. So I want you to start working on your list, and I want you to figure out who in your friends need extra money. Now, there's a good chance that 95% of your friends need some extra money. And like I said, millionaires, yes, they need more friends, but they're also looking for more money as well. Not going to lie, they always do. They look for another thing. They love this because it's a tax write-off, right?
No, not everything is a tax write-off, okay? That's another thing that MLM representatives will utilize to pull you in to the MLM, or even at this point, online business coaches will use the same tactic as far as it being a tax write-off. Not everything is tax write-offable, and also not everything is 100% going to come back to you.
Yeah. See, and she makes like $40,000 a month. Again, people don't make that in a year. So, but yeah, so there are people out there who need that extra money. Now, there's the obvious people, and there's the people who are not so obvious. When Lindsay was asking me, I was like, I'm fine, girl. I'm fine. I don't really need any extra money. I have a really good paying job, My husband's a good paying job. Don't have really, we have, besides his debt, we don't have that much debt. We're good. We don't need extra money. Well, guess what? I love my extra money now, right? So on your first list that you're going to make, get a notebook, get it ready. And you're not doing this right now while you're watching the training. Write down who you think could use extra money. Okay? The next thing is who could use the discount of the products, okay? So, for example, yeah, Lindsay, I didn't care to give two craps about the money. No, I love it. But yeah. For an example, who wants the discount? Okay. So who out there did you have the ones who buys Pink Zebra monthly from you in $50 to $100 increments every other month or whatever? That discount could be a big game changer for them. They could even say, my husband's kind of telling me no more Pink Zebra. Maybe it's time for them to join, ride the foot off on Pink Zebra fall. Maybe it's time for them to join Pink Zebra for the discount. So husband won't yell at them, because then they'll get some money in it too, right?
The amount of information that just came out of this woman's mouth. First of all, let's normalize not having somebody else have a say in what you're spending your money on. If it's something like Pink Zebra, can we normalize that? We aren't in the 50s anymore. Okay. If it's your money, it's your business. Also, joining an MLM just because you buy the product all the time is not logical. It just isn't. You're still going to be spending the money, just not as much, because you're going to be essentially getting a rebate back every month when you get paid from the company. So if you're telling people to join for that reason, it's just total horseshit in my opinion.
And here's the biggest thing. I know a lot of you guys get nervous about this, okay? You guys get super scared, super worried, right? That if their good customer is going to become a consultant, they're going to lose income on them. Okay, Lindsay could say this about me. I could say this about currently Kimberly. on the team page. I mean, I have a handful of customers who become consultants, so don't even think, like Dana and Marty, I have a handful of them, so don't even think like this, but I'm just using Kimberly because she's my most recent person.
Get on with it.
So when Lindsay joined, like, when Lindsay, I think I had a $400 party the first time. I was going to have a party in September, but I decided to join in August, right? I don't think Lindsay's complaining that I joined her team and she lost her once, maybe twice a year parties from me. Just saying, right? I think Lindsay's enjoying her paycheck all the way home from finally getting me to join this gig.
Were you going to say pyramid? Did you just realize that it's a pyramid?
I mean, that's like, I help with promotion, like with my team building. My team helps her paycheck, helps her promote, all those different things along those lines, right?
Oh, she said it out loud. Her team, this individual's team, helps her higher ups paycheck because the individuals at the top are making the most off of everybody else's teams. But why are we ignoring it? Why are we being a little bit delulu on Hana Delulu? We don't know.
So I'm pretty sure Lindsay's kind of like, yeah, I'm glad I asked Danielle to join my team. So think about that. Kimberly, she just joined in February, end of February. She had become my customer on a Facebook party in November, okay? And December, the girl spent I swear she was half my sale in December and January. Like, she was buying my punch card and she joined my scent club. If I had a live sale, she was, hold on. So this baby, I swear, is somehow figuring out where my rib. Okay.
What the f*** is that?
I had to move her.
What is happening on this call? I am sorry that I have subjected you to this. We're in this together now, folks. We gotta watch till the end, right?
Sorry. Anyways, so, and she was getting ready to she was going to be my first party I had in February. Like, her and I had scheduled to be my first Facebook party in February. And I kind of messaged her. I was like, girl, I know you kind of randomly thought about joining once or twice before. Are you going to join? Because if you're going to join, I want this party to be under you. Okay? Kimberly since joining, has not had under $1,000 a month. I am 99.9999% positive that if Kimberly just had a party with me, I might book a party or two off of her party, maybe a party or two off of that party. But I am pretty sure I would not be bringing in an extra $1,000 a month in sales volume if Kimberly had, like myself personally, from just Kimberly and her friends and all of her leads. I don't think that would have happened.
An extra $1,000 a month from the team under her. Are we seeing it? She's not, apparently.
I think I would have had some sales here and there, maybe an extra $100, $200, but I don't think I would be consistently bringing in $1,000 in sales in each month. Kimberly is. You know why? Because Kimberly's friends want a party with Kimberly, not necessarily me. Even though I'm so much more fun than Kimberly. Just kidding. I love her to death. She's so super sweet. But no, her friends want to party with her. Her family wants to party with her. They're giving them her leads. They might be more apt to doing that because they know her personally, as opposed to me, who they just know as Kimberly's pink zebra sprinkle dealer, right? So, people who might want that extra discount. Kimberly was joining for that discount, girl. I kind of was like, listen, do you want a discount? Maybe make some extra money? Yeah, right? And oh, and I didn't realize you were on, Kimberly. I was just talking smack on you. No, I'm just kidding. It was but she's like, yeah. But I think, she's, like I said, she's bringing in over $1,000 each and every month. That's $1,000 I know I probably would have never been able to bring in each and every month because of that, right? So you got to look at the bigger picture. I'm so excited to see her grow.
Why? Because that means your paycheck grows? Because if she's building a team and getting more sales, then you're making more money and you don't have to do the work. She's doing the work for you. But it's not a pyramid scheme. We haven't talked about the actual product at all, and we are over 15 minutes into the call. We have only talked about the money being made from the teams under other people. But this is fine. This is okay. This is how you're a leader in Pink Zebra.
It is, like, I know this sounds weird. It's so, like, some people might, like, sit there and say, I want my Pink Zebra paycheck to grow. My Pink Zebra paycheck is growing because Kimberly did join. I'm not going to lie to you guys, right? Okay? But it gives me such fulfillment and such a sense of, like, happiness to see my consultants, my old customers grow and become amazing and do amazing things, right? To see them start. Kimberly took almost all of my vendor events this summer for me because the doctor put me on no vendor events.
That's a thing.
The doctor put you on no vendor events. I'm pretty sure that's not a thing. Maybe the doctor told you couldn't be standing or walking around or carrying heavy things because apparently she is pregnant. I'm sure he wasn't that specific.
And so I've been watching Kimberly, like, post pictures, and just her table at vendor events has grown and improved and looked different and amazing, and just, started off great too, don't get me wrong. Every single time she posts these, and she's coming back with, like, excitement on this and that, and she did this, that gives me such a fulfillment. So I don't even give two craps about my paycheck feeling. I love seeing how rewarding it is to see somebody else grow and thrive and exceed and do everything. And I can't wait to, like, congratulate her for Pink Sapphire this year. I can't wait to congratulate her for promoting to manager this year. Because, like, guess what? That girl got goals, and I know she's going to go far. And that is something amazing.
Oof. The love bombing. Okay, so this used to happen on different occasions to me. They will always hype you up when you're on a streak that is somehow benefiting them. From my experience, from what I've witnessed, they will hype you up and call you out in Facebook groups, in group chats, in Zoom meetings and videos, and call you out and use you as an example so that you feel some type of way about it. And I have experienced this, and it will keep you pushing to recruit and recruit and recruit so that you can eventually reach director or district manager or whatever it is that you're working for to get you to the top of the pyramid, in my opinion, because they will benefit from that. So this is a great example of that type of love bombing that happens within the community.
And if I would have just never offered her the opportunity to join for a discount, okay? If I didn't say, hey girl, you want to join for a discount, basically, to her, pretty much what I said. If I would have never offered that opportunity, I wouldn't have had that sense of fulfillment in myself to see her grow and succeed and just become amazing, okay? So the next slide, so the first one is you guys are going to see whose life can change with extra money. The next one is who you're going to see whose life who can use the discount, right? See, she's claiming Pink Sapphire, guys. She's claiming it. Not even a full year into Pink Zebra, and she is claiming that. So you go, girl. Alrighty. So there is that. Now, who do you know that needs friend time? We're going to use Michelle as an example because we know Michelle talks about this all the time. So I'm going to use her as an example. Michelle.
Friend time. Where are we going with this? Please. I can't wait.
Worked before it was cold to work from home. She worked from home. Like, that girl got the work from home job prior to working from home being cold because of the pandemic, right? And she had 2 little ones at home. And she needed time away from her little ones. She loves her little ones to death, right? She loves her kids. And if you're not friends with her on Facebook, you would see she loves those kiddos, right? But she's like, I need to be away from them every once in a while to save my sanity, to save my, my life and my craziness. And I don't go crazy on these people, okay? These little creatures that are running around this house, I don't go crazy on them. So she joined Pink Zebra to get that friend time, to go to parties to have that mommy time, to come to events to have that mommy time, to talk on the phone with Lindsay or Ashley, because I feel like they talk on the phone all the time, to have that special mommy time.
Would you stop calling it that?
To have adult time that doesn't involve a kiddo driving you bonkers, right?
Let's talk about how we don't need to join an MLM in order to have alone time, time with friends, time to get together and have your kids play. We also don't need to call it mommy time. That's cringy in my opinion, but that's just me. Call it what you want. But not only do you not have to join an MLM to have that mommy time, but you don't have to pay for a community or friendships to have that mommy time, quote unquote. I can't call it that anymore. Alone time, that you time, that friend time. You shouldn't have to spend money in any way, shape, or form in order to have time with your friends, your real, true, ride or die friends. Sorry, not sorry.
I mean, I'm sure he's probably in the middle of her talking, like, or like, mommy, and you're probably like, what the heck, right? Sometimes, but like, she gets to go out, like, she goes to dinners with her friends and her team members and different things along those lines. So who do you, yes, Miranda, hi, you're naked, please do not come on the video. Saved you from naked Miranda.
You can't make this stuff up.
Anyways, I hope Facebook doesn't kick me off for saying that.
That's what you're concerned about.
Yes, it is your fault you're naked. Anyways, she just came out of the shower.
I have blurred that out. What are we doing? What the fuck are we doing? This is why I don't live stream that often. You never know what kids are going to do. And if there's not another adult to handle the unpredictability of your children while you are on a live stream, maybe don't do it. There are crazies out here, okay?
So, I want the next list that you're going to make is make a list of people who you think needs friend time. Those stay-at-home moms, right? Those, heck, I mean, anyone can do that. What? Okay, mommy's on a training. Where's your father? He should be watching. No, maybe your father. He knows I'm on a call. Even though you should be being good too. Anyways, so, who out there needs that friend time? Who needs that relationship time? Those millionaires might, right? Let's go back to those millionaires who I talked about in the first thing. They might need that friend time because they're like, I'm alone in this big house and no one to spend friend time with. So, friend time, yes, relationship time, whatever you want. Who out there needs recognition, okay? Who has that job that literally drains them every day and it's thankless? They're in customer service and they get pooed on. Where's your father, right? I like once a month, once every other month, I need this. Anyways, where is that recognition side of things, okay? So who has a job that they have worked, that they did a phenomenal job, and they didn't see anything? Not a raise, not a kudos, heck, not even a damn pizza party, right? Me. Okay? There's things out there that say, like you're indispensable, like, don't think that they can't get rid of you, like, don't slave your life to a job. It's true, guys, okay?
When you do your job and you do a great job, you get a guaranteed paycheck. When you do your MLM, you do not get a guaranteed paycheck. So there's a big difference there. Like, even if you were to bust your ass and make all of these social media posts and schedule all of these dates and parties and blah, 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 there is a chance that you're not making a singular dime. But if you do your job and you do it well, you have job security and a guaranteed paycheck. So, there are some pros and cons there too.
It really is. And I've been doing better. I still like to have my full-time job right now. I mean, I want to have my time with my kid, my family, especially when this one comes out. But like, I love having my new job that is my full-time job that, like, I actually got recognition. I got put on in a special assignment. I didn't think anything of it. They're like, hey, can you focus on recruiting these type of people? Okay, my new job. And then, like, the other day I woke up on payday and my paycheck was like $200 above what it normally is, and I'm salary. And I was like, what the heck is this? So I went on my account and my statement, and I'm like, why do I have this $250 bonus? And they're like, because you're doing an amazing job. And I was like, what? You gave me a bonus because I'm doing a good job? And they're like, yeah, like, we really appreciate all the hard work you're doing, especially on this special assignment, blah, 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 blah. My old job.
And there it is. She's just proving that point. Like, an MLM is not going to do that for you. They're not going to give you your guaranteed paycheck and then a bonus on top of it. That is never going to happen, ever. In most cases.
I was technically hourly, so I was working extra hours, right? I was working like taking small lunches, punching in earlier, punching in later to get things done. I was getting yelled at and harassed, and I literally would sit there and figure out a solution to something, right? I would sit there and I'd be like, there's this big problem on the horizon, I need to figure this out. And I would figure it out, or I would calm somebody their F down, and I would, whatever it is. I didn't get good job, kudos, thanks for all that you do. Definitely didn't get a $200 pay increase or whatever like that. Nothing, right? But here, we do recognition, right? We have team recognition. We have Pink Zebra recognition, Pink Zebra Scentsy recognition. And if you do a good job and you keep working your business and you keep growing and sponsoring and you keep selling and everything like that, you're going to get a pay increase. Because guess what? Sponsoring helps with pay increases.
We have just gone on a very interesting swirly, twirly journey, okay? She's trying to make a point. It didn't work out in her favor, okay? She's trying to make a point that you get all this recognition when you're in Pink Zebra, while making a point that she got recognition and a bonus on top of her guaranteed paycheck at her job, by saying her old job didn't do that and her new job did, and she also can get recognition at Pink Zebra, and so can you. But does that recognition come in the form of a guaranteed paycheck and a $200 bonus?
Nope, absolutely not.
So your job wins in this scenario, not Pink Zebra. If she had the leadership training to go along with the training that she's trying to give, she may have succeeded in making that comparison, but it epically blew up in her face.
Hitting over $1,000 helps with pay increases. Pink Sapphire is giving you a pay increase. Recognition, guys, for doing your job. You're getting a kudos. So who do you think needs that kudos? Obviously, Melissa and Danielle do. They need that kudos. So, guys, who needs that kudos? So there are other hot topics that I like to talk about. There are out there, but these ones I feel like are the most important ones, and these are the ones that most of our team does focus on. So when you write these lists down, you're going to write a list that says extra money, discount, friend time, and recognition. You need to figure out who needs what on those, right? So we're going to go over there. Then you're going to keep making this list and keep making it grow, okay? So if you put in, I'm going to go back to Kimberly just because she's on here. She's my team member. I know a little bit more about her, okay, right? So Kimberly, I wanted for the discount, okay? But why didn't I go back to the person whose party she came with, Tori's, okay? And then, well, you know what, Tori, and then make my list. And like, you know, Tori has, and these are kind of like how you build your 100 list or your whatever you want to call it, and you keep growing these lists. Oh, well, Tori has a mom. Her name is Tammy. She has a sister, Kaylee. Thankfully, you guys don't know these people's last names. You know, okay. Oh, and I think Kaylee, when she had a party for me once, she had a friend named Melissa who came to the party. Melissa could probably maybe use this. And I'm expanding my list out farther. Because guess what? Maybe Kimberly decided not to join. Maybe Kimberly decides I'm going to be a customer. But I go to Tori, and I'm like, Tori, you should try to join Pink Zebra. And she joins, and she might have those other people. You can keep expanding these out, right? Who needs extra money? Okay, we're going to use Danielle as an example here, because Danielle's on here, and I just saw she's one of those last people. Okay, Danielle needs extra money. So Danielle, you know, I see her, she's kind of always punting that, like, her family's not going on vacation. So I kind of talked to her like, hey girl, listen, I've been able to pay for a lot of mini trips with my family. My Pink Zebra paycheck took my family to Disney World over Christmas. You know, I would love to help you kind of go towards this goal and helping you reach that next step. Okay. And then I'm like, oh, you know what? And you'd be like, okay. And I'm like, you know what? Danielle has a mutual friend named Sam, and I think Sam also could probably use some money, right? So we're gonna talk to Sam's friend. We're gonna put Sam on my list. I don't even know Sam's last name too much. We're friends on Facebook. I'm not really too friends with her. I'm not gonna like jump on her right away, but I'm gonna add her to my list of people I'm gonna keep following up with. And then I also see that Danielle's, neighbor is also friends with my other friend, and I'm gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna put that person on. Not saying you're gonna go cold call these people. Do not cold call these people, but keep having a list.
Are you eventually gonna cold call them? Why are you writing them down? Are we gonna talk about how we're gonna become friends with all of these people and then introduce the opportunity to them? Eventually you're gonna be cold calling essentially these people, right? That's where I'm assuming she's going, but let's find out.
Notebook, physical piece of paper, and start writing down these lists. Who needs more money? Who needs more mom time? Who needs this? Probably is going to be a lot bigger than you expect, okay? So, what do you think? You think you guys can do this for me? I want to, if you guys think you're going to, if you guys can start working on your list between now and the time the catalog launches and have kind of work on it, comment #list for me. Let me know if your list is there. So, you can keep working on, yes, big tree with branches. Oh my goodness. So think about it. So they have the Frankless out there. I never liked it because I never had, like, when I first started, have like kids, family, friends, or whatever it is that one thing is. So I, church people, okay? And you can think of people off of that church people who you might be friends with, okay? Your neighbor. And don't just be be like, my neighbor over here and some of their friends, okay? My neighbor back here, her name is Morgan. I love her to death. She's super sweet. We're swimming over her house like every other week, right? And here she's friends with my friend Tammy, who I also am friends with, right? And Tammy's like, oh my God, I love watching you with Miranda on Facebook with your things, right? How did I know? But I knew Tammy before I knew Morgan. If I would have wrote my list that way, I might have been able to connect Morgan sooner with Tammy. Never even realized it, okay? Yeah, right? See, I know neighbors. Yeah, my neighbors when I first moved into my old house was like the Asian people who next door who owned a Chinese restaurant who did not talk to us, and an old bitter married couple. I lived on a main road. There was like nothing there. You had the dead guy's house, like Lindsay. When you first moved into your house, guys, that's okay, right?
Oh my God, just stop talking.
I don't know where I am. I don't know what my name is. I don't know what matrix I have entered. But this is the point where I'm speechless in the call. Just wanted to mark it.
I missed that guy. He was so sweet. Never met him. Always parked at his house. That's about it. But anyways, guys, there's so many ways. And I never liked Frankless because I just always sat there and I would figure out a category. Daycare. Okay, who do I need from daycare? Okay, great. And now I have church. And I have my neighbors. And then I have friends from high school, friends from college, friends randomly that I met throughout my life for whatever reason, right? You guys have them. So they are there. So if you plan on you guys hashtag me list. I'm so excited about that, right? So I want to know, so you're all sharing and caring, you're all writing your list. I'm going to be so annoying with these things, right? But now we got to talk about executive consultants and why they're important. So if you've never recruited a person, or if you only recruited 1 or 2 or 3, but you have not held the title yet of executive consultant, let's talk about this. Let's break it down. So an executive consultant means, and I'm going to go with the new numbers for the most part, except for the active, means you personally have $460 in sales that month, and you have 3 people who are active in their sales. I believe it's $175 in a rolling 6 month. So they don't have to have $175 in that month specifically. They just have to have at least $175 in within the last 6 months. Okay? I just want to feel pushy. I don't like the groceries. Oh my gosh, why did I not add this? I skipped a part of my notes.
Shocker. We're all surprised.
Don't be mean, 'cause mean is bad.
Sorry. I'm sorry. Let's go.
So, Danielle, you literally have, there's a part of my notes that says how we cannot act pushy. And, like, you literally just commented that, and I totally missed that. Alright, so anyways. So, you guys, let's go back for a second. There is a way that you don't have to act pushy and join and have people want to join you. So, as you guys know, I truly believe that you should have both a business page and a Facebook VIP page, okay? So, this is not the only way you're going to do it, by no means. But, there are, there are the hot buttons, and there's a training on here, Saturday Shorty has all the hot buttons on there. And each week, post something that is a hot button topic for you, okay? So, the hot buttons are financial, time, product, relationship, host, education, status, and mission. So, I like to do them on Wednesdays. Why we work Wednesdays, my hashtag is there. But you might be like, hey, Pink Zebra's giving 30 days of daycare to single moms. And this is one of the reasons I absolutely love my job. Hashtag why I work Wednesday. Never once did I sit there and say, join my team. But people are like, oh my goodness, I didn't know that. And then you might get some parties from there. You might get some, you might get some customers from there. Or you might have someone who's like, can you tell me more about this opportunity on how I can help people change their lives? Or I absolutely love, I get to do trainings every once in a while. Or I love the trainings that I get to go to, especially when, or the relationships, right? I'm so excited for a reunion and all my Zeebs I can't wait to meet. So excited to see all that. And someone might be looking like, I'm going to go on a fun trip to Branson, Missouri. Still trying to gather. This place better be amazing, guys. I love it. I'm excited for a reunion. Still don't understand this whole Branson, Missouri place. Sorry. I've had 2 years to deal with figure out Branson, Missouri too. So, so your relation, they might be like, oh my goodness, I want someone that relationship. So each Wednesday, work through the different parts. Maybe put in, hey, guess what? I just got myself a pedicure because of my Pink Zebra paycheck. People might be like, okay, that's girl, I need that. What? Tell me what you're doing, right? Or someone might be like, oh my goodness, congratulations on, I love that you're recognizing your team. How awesome is that? Whatever it is. So that's a way to push without being pushy, right? I'm not telling you guys to go into each person's message like, hey girl, I see that you're like pissed off that you're never like on vacation and I think I need to tell you about my Pink Zebra business. No. Start working your way to talking to her. Have conversations with these people first, right? Be like, hey, so, like randomly message them, how is it going? Oh, and then you might complain, I hate seeing everyone's vacation photos. I know it sucks sometimes, I get busy with life too, blah, blah, blah. One day you'll get there, don't worry. Then don't join my team right now. No. Wait for it. Maybe in a week or two, after you talk to her once or twice more, like, hey, you know what? I was thinking about what you were saying about how you really want to take your kids on vacation. Do you have 5 minutes I can talk to you? And we can talk about the opportunity of Pink Zebra.
There it is. So first, start building the relationship. Pretend like you're trying to be genuine and then let them know about the opportunity. Drop that bomb. And if they say no, are you going to disappear? Probably for a little while, but you'll be back to follow up in 2 weeks, 2 months, 2 weeks, 2 months, 2 weeks, 2 months, 2 days, 2 hours, 2 days, 2 hours, 2 minutes, over and over again to ask if they want to join your Pink Zebra team from that point forward. It's gross. It's slimy. And it's taught in almost every MLM that I have witnessed.
You're not being pushy now, are you? No. You filtered that relationship with her, and you're creating that need. See a need, feel a need. Jessica says this all the time, right? So, same thing, honestly, with hosting. Like, you can't just be like, hey, you want to host a party for me in July? Hey, do you want to host a party for me in July? Hey, do you want to host a party for me in July? No. That's not how you're going to build a relationship. So, posts on Facebook, they're kind of like passive aggressive on that, but then also, and they never say like necessarily, join me, but people will see them, they strike their interest, or starting that small talk with these people as well. Absolutely. So, hold on, I'm going to take a drink. Alright. So, you guys feel a little bit better about that? Now, here's another way to not be passive aggressive. Okay? or pushy, I guess to say. Invite them when we have opportunity weekends or opportunity nights. Invite those to them. Opportunity events are huge, okay? This is something that people tend to really like to come to, okay?
Do they though?
It's not necessarily like join. Yes, we talk about the joining opportunity, right? Danielle, you learned a lot about it, right, while you were in there. Join. It's not like necessarily in their face. They're getting education from it. Now, my suggestion to you, I'm not sure we can share Kelly's script. I'll find out. But work on a script, work on a script on how to talk to people.
Yeah, and then you could just copy paste it, whether it be you talking to a person saying the same fucking things every time and pretending like you're genuine, or you literally copy pasting a message to somebody's DM and sometimes forgetting the name that you were trying to DM and leaving the old name in there. Just copy paste everything. It makes life so much easier. Stop scamming and spamming.
Where you want to touch base with them, like, hey, listen, our kits are this much money. You can make this much commission. Besides financial reasons, there's so many reasons why I joined Pink Zebra. Did you hear what Lindsay and Jessica and I said? We physically had a script. Obviously, we talked off of it. We love to talk. But we had points that we needed to make sure we touched base with. How much the kit costs, the discount that you might receive, dash commission you might receive, other benefits of joining Pink Zebra, the incentive trip, whatever it is. You talk about those things. So this way, people, when they join, they feel comfortable about you. Or you can make a quick video. Hey, if you're worried, and I know you guys are probably going to kill me for saying this, make a 5-minute video for you and put and like save it on YouTube, or just save it on your phone and send it to people. Hey, and this way you're not feeling pushy. Someone kind of is like randomly thinking about it. I'm not sure. Can I send you a quick informational video? And again, have that script ready and talk to them about it. Okay? Ways to not be pushy. So let's get back to those executive consultants, right? So they are the backbone of our career plan. Literally, every position needs executive consultants to grow. To become an executive consultant, you need an executive consultant. You need to be...
Okay, let's look up what an executive consultant is, because I don't remember. It's been a while since I looked at Pink Zebra's compensation plan. I don't know how current this specific business guide compensation plan is. I found it from a post in November 2023. But just so we know, executive consultant looks like it's the step up from just the plain consultant that just joined. I feel like having that information is a little bit more helpful for us as she's talking about executive consultant. It is the second level up from when you join as a consultant. Okay.
Well, you need to become an executive consultant. To promote to manager, you need 2 executive consultants. To promote to senior manager, you need 2 managers, but then those 2 managers each have to have an executive consultant, right? So you need 4 executive consultants to promote to EM. There's a lot more of those in there, and oh my goodness, I can't tell you the number exactly. But as you can see, that happens. But here's the cool thing. When you promote to like director, your team needs to have the maintenance numbers. Like, they need to have a certain number of sales volume to promote. But all you need is 2 people paid as an executive consultant. You don't need the manager, the executive managers that you had to have to promote. You just need those executive consultants to maintain. Same thing for senior manager. You need two managers to promote to senior manager. But the next month, all you need is a certain amount of sales volume and 2 executive consultants to maintain. Manager, you need 2 executive consultants to maintain. Okay? So, it's pretty easy.
Come again?
Is it though? Because that seems complicated as it should not be this complicated to figure out how and what you're getting paid.
Executive consultants are, like I said, you have $460 in sales, and you have 3 people who are active underneath you, which is $175 in rolling 6 months. Okay, they're very important because this is the first step of leadership. We tell you guys like the first step of leadership for us is like getting one sponsor, which it is. But getting that executive consultant, that's where your paycheck you start seeing to grow. And which is huge. You start seeing that little bit of growth. You see that little bit of a pay increase because you start having people who are also working their business like you are. and they are also going ahead and putting in some sales, and you're getting a little bit of a kickback on that, right? If you personally sponsored them, you're getting 10% kickback of their sales volume. If you, or they're actually the commissionable volume, getting 10% of that, you know, if you personally sponsor these people and you're maintaining your title as executive consultant. How cool is that, right? You get paid on your first person when you join too, which is exciting. But like having 3 people do that, that's really exciting. Okay, an extra $40, $50 when you first start an executive consultant. That's a lot. Okay, that is a pedicure. That is a trip to McDonald's or Walmart or Target or whatever it is. Okay, but then you want to keep building on that, because what happens if I'm going to use Brenda here as an example. Okay, Brenda has 3 recruits. Okay, I know she at least has 1 for sure. She used to have 3, but she never hit that title because it was like never like all the cogs were blowing at the same time or working at the same time sometimes, right? But did you, Brenda? I don't know. I'll have to go back and look at your tree view. I'm using you as an example. So anyways, okay, so Brenda recruits 3 people. She has her, well, Brenda's going for Pink Sapphire 2 this year. What? I love all these people going for Pink Sapphire. Brenda's going for Pink Sapphire, but she at least has her $460 in, right? Yes, good job. And then Brenda has 3 people underneath her, and they're all active. Boop, boop.
So Pink Sapphire, it looks like, is a bonus program. It's part of a bonus program on this compensation plan that we found. It looks like you get a $700 annual bonus if you hit Pink Sapphire.
Whoa, watch out now.
And then they also have White Sapphire, which is $2,500 annually, and Blue Sapphire, which is $7,500 annually. They're all trying for that $700 annual bonus, I guess. Yay.
Brenda gets paid on them, right? But what happens if Betty Sue, who's under Brenda's front line, recruits, we're going to go with Danielle again because her name's on there. Okay, so Brenda recruits Danielle. Betty Sue recruits Danielle. So we have Brenda, then we have, Brenda's team, and then we have Danielle right underneath. We have Danielle under Betty Sue. Brenda's not going to make money off of Betty Sue. Off of Danielle. She's going to get 3% off that. How awesome is that? Okay, that's phenomenal if you ask me. That's what happened. I knew you had something to happen. Like she had like a streak for a while that she was like, I'm like, woo, this lady's on fire. But yeah, so anyways, so you get that, you're going to get that 3% off that second line, okay? As an executive consultant. That's a little bit of extra paycheck, okay? What happens if that person's bringing in $1,000, in commissionable volume? Well, then you're getting an extra $30 in your paycheck for something that someone you didn't have sponsor initially, okay? Because Betty Sue sponsored them instead. How amazing is that? Okay, but then if Danielle sponsors somebody and Brenda's not a manager yet, she won't see that pay on that person. So each kind of like time you promote, you kind of get another line up until a certain line. Then there's a whole nother lineage, and we'll go into. If you ever get closer to EM and senior and director, we'll talk about those different lineages, just per se. But anyways, so.
This is so confusing, but essentially she's just talking about the parts of your pyramid that you have to build, allegedly, in my opinion.
You have that extra line, the extra sales volume. So I want everyone on here, if you're not an EC, I want you to hashtag I will be an EC. If you're not one, or if you are an EC or higher, hashtag EC's backbone. EC is the backbone of PZ, because they are. So I want to challenge everybody in here, everybody who's watching, to one, not only make that list that I was discussing with you guys, because like I said, there are people out there who need extra income, who want a discount, who want that friendship time, who want that recognition, who want to help support the Heroes program, whatever it is. There's people out there who have those things. So I want you to make lists for these people. If you want to take all the 7 hot buttons, or 8 hot buttons, if you want all the 7 hot buttons, feel free to literally do a post, like figure out a post each day, okay? We have little pictures of people who have those different backgrounds, right? So like, if someone was talking about, I think Kaylin had like, I want to be the top pink zebra person, right? So her hashtag is recognition. She wants that recognition. So if you want to talk about like recognizing that, feel free to share those people who we know we asked to share for them. Jessica made some awesome images, right? Look at all these ECs, okay? You guys are all going to be ECs. That's awesome. But to be an EC, you must sponsor, right? So hashtag, I will sponsor. I want everybody, EC, not EC, whatever it is, I want you to hashtag, I will sponsor. Hashtag for me, I will sponsor. Because you guys are going to, sharing is caring, right? That was our first hashtag. You guys are going to work on so you're going to start sharing the opportunity of everyone you meet, especially that millionaire. And then you're going to tell them, hey, you want to be Danielle's best friend.
Oh my God. A millionaire is not going to join an MLM called Pink Zebra. Hate to break that news to you. Also is probably picky about who they choose as friends. And somebody asking to be their best friend after they find out they are a millionaire is probably not somebody they're going to choose to be their friend or even acquaintance. Anyway.
And then you're going to make that list of all these people who could use extra money, who can use a discount, who can loves the Heroes program, whatever it is. And then you're going to start working on doing those posts that, kind of sprinkle in about our opportunity without being like, join. I have extra time in my day to take my kid to hockey practice, or I love that I'm working my business ball at hockey practice, whatever it is. So you got those little things in there. Perfect. Alrighty. And then you guys are all going to work on becoming executive consultants or helping build other executive consultants. Because those people who said ECs are the backbone, who are already over executive consultant title, you guys need to get to the next title to become a manager or to maintain a manager position or to become a senior manager. You need executive consultants, right? So we definitely need those executive consultants in our life. Alrighty. Do you guys have any questions? I am making you guys hashtag like crazy, but you know you love me. Any questions? I am at 45 minutes. I like to try to keep it under an hour for sure. So I'm going to give you guys some Q&A time here. Obviously I had a little bit of delay. Miranda also interrupted once or twice, and other things happen. So do you guys have any questions for me? I know a big question that I sometimes get is, what do I do? How do I sponsor so many people? I mean, like I said, I share. I share with people who who I'm thinking might be a discount, who might need that income. But I do a lot of my sponsoring through social media. People see my post about, the kit or whatever it might be. Or not necessarily, see my post about me at hockey working my business, or might see the post of me excited that I'm getting a pedicure or whatnot. What happens if you have people under you but you don't meet your sales volume? If you don't meet your sales volume, you're not getting paid on your team. So why we have to talk about being bonus qualified, which I have why we have Green by 15 video training. I did that as a Saturday shorty. If you have people under you but you don't have your $460 in, you're not being paid on them. That money just kind of gets like in la la land, la la.
It goes to the people at the top of the pyramid. That's where it goes. It doesn't just go away. What are we doing?
Per se. But yeah, so you, if you're sponsoring people, they have sales in, they have $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 in sales in, and you don't have your $460, you're not getting paid on them.
Ouch. Doesn't that hurt?
So, and basically that's why we always stress, that person is trying to work on getting that $460 in each month prior to the 15th. So this way, if life happens, you feel comfortable. Or if you're having a little bit of, you're working towards it, but you don't meet it before the 15th, no big deal. You still have 15 more days to, get that sales in to get to that $460 that you might need. We always hate for people to wait till the last minute because it's really crappy to wait till that last minute for sure. I've seen people who are literally like down to like $11.50 trying to figure out the rest of the sales to get paid on their team because they realize that they're $350 and they could make almost $500 on their team and they don't have it in there. So yeah.
So what happens, because I did it when I was in Scentsy, is they end up spending that money to get the $500. But really, they're just getting whatever money they didn't already put in to the month of sales.
Is there a training that goes over the business side of everything? It's my first time in sales. Not necessarily specifically, Danielle. I mean, we do have trainings in our back office that probably will be better suited for you on the business aspect of it. I would then definitely look into those. But that would be my personal spot I would start with, is looking at under your zebra reach and looking there. Is it a monthly basis, or if you meet your SV the next month you get it? Nope. Every month. Every month we start at zero. Every month we start at zero. So every month you need that $460 to be paid on somebody on your team. Or again, like, you don't get paid on them that month. No big deal. Sometimes people forfeit it. But yeah, it's every month you need that $460 to be paid on someone on your team. Trying to think if there's anywhere else for you to go to, Danielle. You're welcome. I mean, if you have specific questions, I can't say that word ever. If you have certain questions, I can never say that word. Feel free to reach out to myself or Lindsay or Jessica. Maybe we can figure out a way to build into a training. We are just kind of getting into trainings just once a month because we are super busy with our business. We can work on figuring out maybe like a Saturday shorty into it or something along those lines as well. So we can figure that out specifically if there's no, if there isn't like if it's, or if it needs to be a bigger training. Alrighty, it doesn't look like we have too many more questions. So guys, have a good night. Thanks for watching this. Build those lists, share and care, promote TCs or sponsor, right? Alrighty, I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye. How do I end this video?
That was a journey we went on, to say the least. Don't join an MLM. Don't join Pink Zebra. This is the type of leadership you'd be under. These leaders don't have to have any kind of qualifications. Okay? All right. Anyway, it's time for our palette cleanser. TikTok hates your bullshit.
Sherry baby, Sherry baby.
Am I wrong? Have you not seen that a million times at this point? Anyway, make sure you're following me over on Instagram. If you do have Instagram, it's always linked in the description below. I usually post any YouTube posting update and video updates and all of that over there on my Instagram stories. So if you want to be as up to date as possible on my posting schedule and what I have planned, that's where you want to find me. Otherwise, make sure you are subscribed. YouTube has been unsubscribing people to channels again.
It's not nice.
So that's fun. And as always, thanks for hanging out with me while I talk a bunch of shit, and I will see you in the next one.